Once, deep in the heart of a forest, there lived a clever and wily fox. Known for his sharp wit and ability to escape any peril, he had long been the terror of the smaller creatures who lived under his predatory shadow. But as time went on, the fox grew overconfident, relying more on his cunning and less on caution. One crisp autumn morning, the fox happened upon a curious sight, a majestic swan, standing alone beside a sparkling pond. The swan, with feathers as white as snow and a graceful neck arched like the curve of a crescent moon, appeared peaceful and unaware of the fox's presence. The fox, ever hungry and opportunistic, saw this as a rare chance to snare a meal without much effort. Quietly, he crouched near the edge of the pond, watching the swan glide through the water. His mind whirled with various strategies, but none seemed particularly easy. The fox, however, was not one to shy away from a challenge. He decided to rely on his charm and persuasion rather than brute force. With calculated steps, the fox approached the swan. "Oh, noble swan," he said with exaggerated reverence, "I have always admired your beauty and grace. You are truly the queen of this pond, the embodiment of serenity and wisdom. I, too, am a creature of wit and resourcefulness. Perhaps we could help each other." The fox smiled slyly. "I have discovered a hidden meadow in the forest, full of the finest berries and the most fragrant flowers. I would be honored if you would accompany me there. Surely, you deserve a taste of such bounty, and I would be happy to guide you." As they walked together, the fox led the swan through thick trees, all the while complimenting her beauty and elegance. But, unbeknownst to her, the fox's true plan was to lure her into a trap. The hidden meadow was a ruse, a place where the fox had already prepared a pit covered with leaves, ready to ensnare his prey. However, as they neared the spot where the trap lay, the swan, with her sharp instincts, noticed something odd in the ground, a subtle disturbance in the earth, too deliberate to be natural. She stopped and looked around, sensing that something was wrong. The fox, seeing his plan unravel, tried to cover his tracks with more flattery. "It's just ahead, dear swan. A bit further." But the swan was no fool. With a swift movement, she spread her wings and took flight, soaring high above the ground, far from the treacherous trap. The fox, caught off guard, watched helplessly as she disappeared into the sky. Realizing he had been outwitted, the fox slunk away into the shadows of the forest. He had underestimated the swan's wisdom and grace. In the end, it was not the fox's cunning that triumphed, but the swan's awareness and intuition. The fox learned an important lesson that day: no matter how clever one might be, overconfidence could be a dangerous thing. The swan, on the other hand, had not only escaped the trap but also preserved her dignity, teaching the fox that true wisdom lay in both knowing when to trust and when to be cautious.